This may be the biggest sign yet that Hollywood has officially turned their backs on Diddy. They're calling this Clive Davis's final humiliation ritual for Diddy. The man that they credit with helping create the Bad Boy Empire had one of the most star-studded funerals in years. But guess what? According to reports, there was one person who allegedly wasn't welcome. And it was not just Diddy. Apparently, nobody from Bad Boy Records made the celebrity guest list either. So let's get into this. Clive wasn't just another music executive. His Grammy parties were legendary. His funeral was expected to draw the biggest names in music history. Everybody wanted to pay their respects. So if there was ever a place where music royalty would gather together, it was here. It was like having the golden ticket, right? But while everyone else was celebrating Clive's legacy, one person who was very close to him wasn't on the guest list. Reports claim that Diddy was not invited. They went a step further, saying he actually was banned. Even more surprising was that sources say no representatives from Bad Boy Records were invited either. That's the part that was crazy. Bad Boy wasn't just another label for Clive. He helped create Bad Boy. Without that partnership, there wouldn't be a Diddy, a Biggie, or a Faith Evans. Bad Boy is part of Clive Davis's legacy, whether people like it or not. So leaving them out sends a very loud message. I think Clive was being petty even in death. Here's the funny part. Diddy is currently serving his prison sentence. He wasn't, in my opinion, going to walk into the funeral anyway. Normally, inmates are only granted temporary release, like for immediate family funerals, under very limited circumstances. So, why the ban? So, practically speaking, he wasn't attending anyway. Yet reports say organizers wanted it known that he wasn't welcome. That feels almost symbolic. You know how Hollywood does when they blacklist you. There's always some humiliation involved, right? It wasn't about whether he could attend. It was about making sure everyone knew where Clive stood with him. If you think about it, Clive never once came to his defense when all those allegations surfaced, when Diddy got into all this Cassie trouble. People forget, Diddy became one of the most powerful men in music because Clive believed in him. He helped finance Bad Boy through Arista. He opened doors that nobody else was going to open for Diddy. He gave Diddy opportunities that changed hip-hop forever. In many ways, Clive wasn't just an executive, he was Diddy's mentor. Some people even described him as a father figure. And although it has not been substantiated, some people even say that he and Diddy may have even been lovers at one point. Which is why this alleged exclusion was so embarrassing.
Very important dialogue, I think, in music, with you coming out and talking about your sexuality openly. And Frank Ocean also is another artist who opened up this year about his sexuality. Do you think that there's other hip-hop and R&B artists that are closeted, and would it affect their careers and their marketing and album sales if they were to come out?
I discussed bisexuality because it's so misunderstood, and just said, for me, later in life, I could be attracted to a woman, I could be attracted to a man. Each story is different.
But you know what? Here's where the story really gets interesting. This may not even be about revenge. It may just be about optics, because imagine planning one of the biggest celebrity funerals of the year. Do you really want the headlines the next morning talking about Diddy showing up instead of really celebrating Clive Davis? That may be the conversation the organizers had and why they, said Diddy wasn't invited. Whether that's fair or unfair is a whole nother discussion. But this isn't just about Diddy. Nobody wants unnecessary controversy attached to major events, Especially not a funeral honoring, liked or not like, one of the biggest executives in music history. Despite everything, nobody can erase Diddy and Clive Davis's history together. Diddy and Clive helped shape modern music and hip-hop as we know it today. But let me ask y'all something. Do you think before Clive passed, he specifically made it known he didn't want Diddy anywhere near his funeral? You guys let me know what you think. This one is messy. All right, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.